Good comps, but maybe some weird rolls on 100 Thieves.
They've had the pleasure of watching them play this map before, and we saw
some switch ups,
what
really.
they did. Six even talking about how they countered C9 on
Boostio Cypher, Cryo on Gecko, 100 Thieves on defense, Crew on attack,
abuse Crew on their defaults.
They're gonna have their work
Three
cut out for
Ghosts,
them. Again, the number
two
one
classics
team in
for all
America
the
right now,
teams.
currently sitting undefeated.
Yeah, Heat has been such a
And
crazy
does
addition to the
raise.
roster.
Oh boy. Asuna getting the opener, satcheling away.
Show me some confidence, man. Stick around. Yeah, show Asuna. Show me some confidence, bro. I want to. You're out committed. Let's see it, man. Let's see another kill.
The value he's been able to provide for this team has been insane. Often asked to be the one to hold things by himself.
The rest of the team can bait. Like the rest of the team here can swing off his contact again. I wanna.
He's so mechanically
They're in a
talented.
good
Even
position there. I
last
think
year
he should just tank
on
it.
M80. I mean, some of the clips this guy was hitting were so clean.
Okay, we got camera in the corner. We got Trip and
Crew after the big
we got a
noise
lot
with
of
that
util
brawl
for
in mid,
Crew.
they just decided to death
You have
ball up
no
on his A
idea
site.
where this
Boostio
Cypher
has
is.
a really good setup here.
He's by himself. And he gets one tap
What an
by Shy.
absolute
The setup
shot.
doesn't matter when Shy's shooting like that.
What an absolute
He
shot,
just got
man.
insta.
Holy.
And now the spike is planted. They've got plenty of time to set themselves up. And I think the biggest kicker here, Klaus has all of this utility left. He's lost so much to play with.
You have to do anything.
They got an Omen
Bang
Flash, but do
does
they
have
want
an
to
Omen
kill
Flash
before
on
it?
the
Omen
other
Flash
side.
Recon would be the one.
And it's perfect.
Wait, the timing the Omen Flash was good, but maybe he
They
dueled
dart
too
with
close.
it. And maybe get a little bit more info, but they decide to swing, and they swing into their deaths.
Tell you what, man. That shot from Shy was like really big in my books. I think they messed up over towards middle. I think they were just like a little bit too scared. Like if I'm seeing a guy commit to bottom mid, like I wanna see it him
The
commit.
trades were just too good for Crew. They're just a unit that's been honestly
Yeah, that
so
was the
solid.
one,
They don't
man.
really do anything too crazy, too out of the normal playbook, but a big focus of theirs that you can tell in their gameplay has been their spacing and their trading. And they just got like a swag to them recently that even when you see them on the walkouts go on stage, it just looks like they're vibing, feeling it.
Okay,
Seem to reign
5
supreme.
classics. We get
least that has been the
4
case.
rifles. They are
For
allowed
Krieger, though,
1
gun
death.
advantage. They've got
We
a Vandal,
got
they've got
no-
smokes too. They have so much.
No
A Vandal,
hard
a Phantom, and 2
info
Bulldogs.
in terms of like
I mean, Klaus
drone
barely had
or
to use
anything.
any of his breach utility.
So we'll
in that
probably
last
at
round,
one
like you
point
pointed out.
watch Shy pick a site and walk in,
And so
unless
it's a
they.
conversation we have to revisit again.
Oh, they
because
got this
100
read,
Thieves are
so,
deathballing towards B. It doesn't seem like that's where the hit is headed. Gives us a moment to discuss what Crew could potentially do here. Given this heavy investment of weapons, assuming they get through this relatively cleanly, they're into a bonus round, and it's effectively a gun round.
Well,
Yeah, and Heat's already 3
That's a
orbs
nice,
into his Gecko ult. And this is an ult that we like to see a lot of these teams on attack,
That's a
especially
nice
after
bit of
they win the
info as
bonus,
well.
to try to farm up. So you have it for that.
yeah, we're
first
gonna
gun
get a
round of
full
100
plan,
Thieves.
and then what do we see? What do we see with these
Crew
5? Are
being
they
so
gonna try
thoughtful
and
about
get
this,
any
and wisely
kills?
so.
Probably not.
Don't want to walk into any traps or any shenanigans that may
The
be
thing with
waiting.
Crew is. The thing with Crew is,
Opa, opa.
So let's
they're
see here what they
pretty
decide to do.
pretty
Crew
aggressive
pushing
as a
into
team.
spawn.
I mean, they're
So
hunting these kills. They don't want.
yeah,
100
at least
Thieves
they're
to
hunting together, so they're
save-
all gonna get over
yeah.
towards here. They're gonna realize that no
mean,
one's
not
there,
save, but
and they're
not
all
try
gonna
to
be
bomb.
behind. The camera's gonna
Honestly.
spot that as well.
And
Theory,
they've got all the
Shy
tech
should be the
utility for Shy to
only
make sure
one searching, but
They've got the trips to confirm their presence, the cam to make sure they know
something
where
makes
they
me
are.
think that Crew
So
might
they're
just
I
send
mean,
it a
they're
little
set up
bit.
super well here to make sure that that doesn't become a problem.
Yeah, and they definitely know exactly where 100 Thieves are at right now. Or at least they should.
Yeah.
Kesnit.
You can hear the trampled Kesnit gets 2 steps closer to having his ult
Okay,
online.
and they did great though.
Nothing
No
is
deaths.
safe
That's
here.
the main. That's the main thing. There was
Fall to the spike. They
one
follow the
death.
hands of
Sorry,
Crew.
I mean there was a death, but one death on the
expected, to be
ghost. They
honest,
pick
in
up
a-
the rifle.
And an anti-eco
And we're
round. The
good.
way that they played it, though, is interesting. Their approach is what I like the most. They did a huge contact play, and I think you're going to see more of this in the gun rounds and etc. until they start getting some ults and snowballing in that way. But their spacing on how they do everything is so good that even if there is a player that's on an off angle, the trade will most likely be coming in right away. And that's what you need to do against a team like 100 Thieves, who also have a bunch of shooters.
Okay, first big buy round for
Now we
100
enter
Thieves
the
and
ever
Crew.
important third
Looking great
round,
to
where you see
snowball
the
this.
guns
We
for
got
Crew.
a
They roll
Got
in
a
a bunch
fish.
of
Oh,
T
that
1
comes
points away
online
from
with
having
this
his ult,
orb
and
that
now
they
just comes
just let him
online.
have
So
in terms of over towards
again,
A.
you've got
Look at
What
this.
five
the?
rivals. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
the
crazy.
trip for if someone goes up the
You've
top,
got
I
5
guess.
rifles. You have an
Not
ult,
even reach.
and you've got an open sight.
Yeah, it looks
No
kind of
way.
good.
Wait, that trip would have hit had Kesnet actually landed the rollout, but he dinked his head on top.
And he still gets a kill onto EU. They've got Shy controlling the map
Yeah,
in the middle.
and you can see a bit of the work that 100 Thieves have put into this, but
Yeah,
I
there's gonna be a
think he
late
got a little bit
repress.
lucky. Or with the
Meanwhile, 100 Thieves trying to figure out how they can fill in on the space that they've
satchels.
lost. The paranoia is going to buy so much time in there. Shy
we
goes
got
waiting for the
no
right
one
moment,
right now looking behind.
looking to make a move.
Not
He
even
falls.
considering it. Not even
Shy
once
is
for 100
on
Thieves.
the
This could be
ground.
3.
He's going to spot all 3. Only able to get 2, but that very well may be all he needed to do. Bang left alone. 85 HP, no armor. The bonus, the way of
You're,
Crew.
I would be tempted to call a timeout there. Why is no one even considering behind here?
This Crew
Lovely
crowd
round
is
from Crew. Great
hyping the
snowball.
team up like crazy. But into that
Pretty
round,
easy for them.
it's
Just
pretty much what I
orb
said. If you
into
can get
fish.
that Gecko ult online,
And then-
yeah, they didn't get any
Yeah.
big value off of it, but they
Yeah, he
understood
missed-
that it was a
missed
clear
the
sight,
satchel
and
for the
that
top.
100 Thieves were playing retake on it. And EU, I mean, off angles like that tend to work from time to time, so I don't blame him for taking that. Kesnet just got the upper hand in that peak. But the big thing is what I was talking about with the trading of Crew, right? Boostio gets a kill on somebody on site, and then instantly a breach flash
Whoa.
comes out from Melzer, and Melzer gets the trade. It's
Early
so clean.
breach flash
They
into
play
the
so well together. Fighting
Gecko
droves,
flash as well.
And you often, much
100
like you've seen
Thieves
in
with
the
the B
first couple
stack
rounds,
once
you'll see
again.
their opposition get overwhelmed.
Sheriffs. Marshall.
And so Crew here once again have made themselves
Look at the money for
a
Crew,
really
man.
nice cushion.
They're out
that
here having the
breach.
best start ever.
The fault line cryo
Oh
dropped.
my
Asuna
goodness, the eye distracted the
seemingly due for
the
a similar
the util at the moment. They're not scared of using it.
100 Thieves rotate everyone here. They're going to use the neural theft with a
They're
minute
just
left on
death
the clock.
balling.
They have
They're
options
literally just
aplenty.
death balling. They're just 5 as a unit, just throwing flashes, picking it up together with the Gecko.
Bang is the only one to try to hold the line here. He gets on the other side of the door, repositions, buys some time with the smoke, and boy, is he playing with fire. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
he
they
has
have a
been
free
lost.
site.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just by the book right now.
A little pump fake to suggest the rotation out. And Crew just waltz right in.
That's Rocket online for the next
looking
round.
decent, by the way.
Notably,
Even
another gun
Mauser
round for
just
100
taking
Thieves.
no risks with the low
win the pistol,
HP,
when you
just
win
letting
the
everyone else
bonus,
take the risks, just not giving them any free
and you
kills.
farm the right orbs
And they're just letting them
on
pass
the
and
right
they can get the
characters.
ult.
You can have these
get the
explosive
kills.
ults that allow you to swing around.
Perfect
that
right now, it's
shouldn't
just
maybe
textbook.
be in your favor, like a bonus round when you don't have the best weaponry and etc. Cryo, on the other hand, does have his own Thrash online in an early timeout here for 100 Thieves to, you know, hopefully stop the bleeding of this snowball that we've been seeing teams have so often lately.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it all weekend, and honestly, this is a great example of what happens when this thing gets rolling, right? Like, and it goes back to the pistol. It goes back to them, to Crew being able to find an advantage there, and then this cascading effect just rolls. And so, of course, if you're Zix, yeah, you kind of have to call timeout here, settle things down a little bit. Maybe there are some adjustments that they can make from the macro perspective, but the truth is they've been on the back foot from the first round.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody has really even had a chance to shoot much of their gun. Like, it really hasn't came down to like a nice
gunfights.
1v1 or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's, if anybody from 100 Thieves gets a kill, it's instantly traded. And that's so impressive out of the side of Crew, and it's a testament to how good they've done all stage. Yeah, I don't know what happened with this roster when they picked
Let's
up
see.
Heat.
So
but
100
he
Thieves
brought
called the
something to
timeout.
this team, whether it was
Aston
the
was pretty
vibes or whether it
animated
was
there
just
as well.
extra-
We
this
got
guy that can hit
ult
the
for
head.
ult.
Yeah, a little extra fire.
It's
Ult for
it's
ult.
put them over the edge.
Yeah, and I think Shy
One,
has also been
two,
incredible as an
three
addition for this
people
squad.
about to
Currently
hit
sitting at
9K.
6-1.
Yeah.
He and Heat, this tandem has, I mean, honestly proven to be the spark that they needed, and it couldn't have come at a better moment.
Yeah, and Shy, like, he doesn't always have pop-off performances, but I feel like a lot of the times people just don't go to his site. And if they did more, he would actually have like an all-star performance. Maybe in the next half, we'll see.
Well, and the truth is, when you got Kesnet and Heat on your team, you don't have to be that, right?
Stun
I mean, you've
flash
got
goes up,
shooters
it
around
hits.
you.
Yeah.
And then that means that they're
So an
fighting
interesting
here,
approach here from Crew,
and they
a
want to
quiet
keep
one,
going
no
to the
interest in
retake
controlling the
site,
middle of the
right?
map.
And they
leaning
see the
towards
camera
lead
and they're
finding
like,
some
yep,
Cypher
this is the
utility.
site which they're retaking. So now
Most
we
notable
stroll
is
it
that
in.
Shy is the one that peaked first and broke the camera.
That's what it feels like
so
at the
they might
moment
think
for
it's only
Crew.
lurk until this Raze nade came out. They might have thought it was only
Yeah.
lurk, and that's
And
why
we're
you see
probably
the
gonna be sending
rotations
it.
coming from the side of 100 Thieves.
That's a really good point. Kesnet pulls the trigger on his rocket. Again, nothing to be
The
found. But
smoke
space
actually
to be
helped
gained.
him out dodge it. That's a huge ult.
I thought Boostio was going to be
They
able to
get
get away with it.
not a good plan though for the
I mean,
spam.
that's
We've
all
got to
it
remember
took.
that it's full
All it
circle
took
for
to
the
get
spam
site
here.
out, to get the space you're
Cryo
looking
has
for, and now to
fish ult,
force
but
100
it's
Thieves into a
4v5
close
and the
situation.
spike's
Cryo
down.
does have his
We've got
ult.
camera info. We've got
Maybe
one
you
fighting on
leverage that
site.
to snatch
Got a stun to help
A
him.
round away, a desperately needed one.
Here comes the reflank from Shy, but there is a trip on him. Oh no, there isn't.
Whoa.
It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter.
Oh
Kesnet
my
gets
god, they
four.
are getting
Asano to
wrecked
1v4.
right now. Completely
Not a
outclassed at the moment.
single target
And
found.
Crew are just playing it so
I
good.
mean, what do you do?
It's literally the eye at
when
the
you're just
beginning, like
getting
that.
insta
The fish,
by one
sorry,
guy?
the what's he called? Dizzy at the
if not, you
beginning.
get traded.
If it hits, just group up
This is
over
so
towards B every
crazy.
single time. They're
Crew, they
wanting
have
to
so much
find the
momentum
site where the
this entire
cipher is,
stage.
and they can
Kesnet
just
actually
stroll in
shining
there,
right now.
and they
I
get
mean,
the
he
kill
just
on
used
cipher a
rocket in
lot
that
of the
round. He's
time,
already
and then they're
halfway
just
to
winning the
another
afterplant.
Crazy.
And then you have Heat again during
So
this.
if you're 100 Thieves right now, you might need to start
anti-eco,
playing a little bit more aggro.
thrifty, weird buy that 100 Thieves has. He's gonna have another Gecko online potentially in this same round.
Right, yeah.
And this is the snowball I was talking about. They used rocket there. Boostio stuck around for a little bit too long, and he got picked off. Gives you all the site for free. Gets you a 5v4, and then, man, sometimes it's just all she wrote when you're on the retake.
Every single step, Crew's almost perfectly taking.
And they have like a good mix of pace right now. You know, like in a lot of these anti-eco rounds, they kind of just cut noise, see what's going on, contact up. And another first blood for Kesnet.
This is now, they kind of now know
wonder
this is
here,
the
too,
site
if
that
they're
they're fighting.
expecting
So do
Cryo's
they
position.
just go back, or are they cool to fight
You
this?
see how they just cut
Yeah, they
noise
just
here
go
after that
back.
kill,
Dude,
expecting
it's so easy for them right now.
100
They're
Thieves
just
to
going to
push
they don't want to go
something.
to the
Maybe
site where they're
extremity,
fighting.
maybe B and B main.
And I think they understand
But
that the
maybe
middle of the map
100
is so
Thieves
weak.
have
Bang was
clocked onto
playing
that,
so
especially
far
as we
back.
have
Look where
Cryo
he's having
just
to
full
rotate
info
through,
here.
concerned about what could be happening.
Yeah, the question is, how long
It's
did it
just
take for
the
100
deck
Thieves to
ball
realize
mentality
this?
right now for Crew. They really haven't had to do
Because
much.
then they can
Shy
start like putting
tends
someone a
to be
little bit
the
aggro, but then you got the
solo guy
cipher on that
opposite
site,
the
and this
map
guy's
that
just
will
playing to
go
fall
for a
back to get hit
reflank
by
or lurk
util.
up off of the actual hit. But when it comes to B, it's not something you need right away. They do get delayed in the choke here, though.
Wingman's not
Yeah, we
able
got
to
some
find
numbers
his mark.
here.
The smoke
Spike's
starts
gone
coming
out.
from Bang. Remember, their
That
guns
Omen
are
flash
not
is
great,
incredible.
just
Hit
Singers
3.
and a Guardian in the hands of Cryo, who's currently out of
Damn,
play.
bro, what an Omen
Is that going to
flash.
be enough?
Yeah,
EU
completely won in
one
this
shy
round.
on the swing as EU claims the second. I mean, Kesnet once again flirting with the
Dude,
ace.
he's killing so many people. Is this 4K into 4K?
The spike has been planted. And Kesnet has his ult online again.
He's 15 to 3. 16 to 3. Well, he said at the beginning, it's personal for him on this one, it seems. Victory sip as well.
This has to be some of the most suffocating Valorant as far as the meta goes that I think we've ever seen.
It's just crazy how teams are able to snowball. He has another rocket, but finally 100 Thieves, they have a lot of their own ults online now, and they might have to invest multiple to stop the momentum from Crew.
Okay, 100 Thieves have a lot of ults, so they decide to go aggro. Well, pretty... Oh my goodness, I thought he was going to get another.
EU's ult invested.
He'll get a
So
kill when they
scary
put
right
an ult
And
into
now
it. He got
things
an
slow
extra
down.
tag on Klaus though. And,
Those
I
one
mean,
ult used. How many more?
I'll put it this way, they fought over towards
they
B,
have to
so it's
get?
relatively obvious
How
where they're
many
playing
more will have to
retake.
be invested in
And
order
we
to
can
get
see
around
Crew
one
heading
board?
over there.
The ever elusive first continues to evade 100 Thieves, and maybe this is where they find their footing.
With the way that Crew is playing this attack side, if I'm 100 Thieves, I want to get an op-up online ASAP.
Info over towards B so
because
they
they're
can
just
hold the
walking into
3-person
space.
stack here.
So you can actually get
Might
free
be
kills
one of
just
the better
waiting off
rounds at the
angle and
moment from
whatnot.
100 Thieves because they got that info
Very
early.
similar to how Boostio just did.
Kills coming through. Shy's on the flank, and surely they know at
Okay,
this point
and
he's
100
done it.
Thieves.
So many rounds.
Oh,
Bang, wise to it.
Nice.
100 Thieves.
Two
finally
people
get
going
on
down.
board.
Yeah, they finally stopped the
1-9.
bleeding. That was a nice
1-9
little
loss bonus
set play.
potential if they
Kismet
lose this.
got an insta-kill in B main, but it was all a drawn-up play. EU actually invested that Sovault, honestly, towards that like top mid A side of the map, and he was able to hit a lot of that lobby and get a trade.
Yeah.
Get a tag amongst the chaos.
And then this hold here was really nice. I mean, they got the kills they needed, and they got them when they needed to get them. So
Yep.
for 100 Thieves, they get their kill. They still have or their round, excuse me. Boostio and Austin to carry their ults into the next. Now we'll see how KRU respond.
I must wait a moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Early
shooting
mid
over towards
utility
B.
used for KRU. Just
Do
basic
they?
default stuff. Gecko flash. Klaus will
They
be there with a stun
realize?
out. Had it connected on anybody.
Yeah, it looks like they want to send it though.
So 100 Thieves have seen
Maybe
this
one of the
before, and
first times
should
where they
be
actually want to
aware
go
of
to the
that.
site where they're fighting.
KRU has this mid control, and this drone should secure that information as well. We'll see all hide from it.
Only one, and it's the Cypher that shows the person that normally lurks. Ish ult goes out. In reaction, we have Razor. Razor's still here.
Similar target, Bang having to reposition.
But he went to the corner.
Paranoia buying some time. Shy will fall as 100 Thieves continue to try to hold them
Now
back.
what?
KRU have gotten all the way into spawn, but again, Boostio, his timing could be big here. Asuna with 3 on the round. Kesney and Melser, perfect nade, trying to win this thing on their own. I mean, there's really nowhere for them to go from here. Understanding there's one, and Boostio patient with the contain. Melser will fall. Kesney
Okay,
will
lovely
too.
for 100 fees in terms of the money here as well. 4 people surviving, not bad at all.
Asuna just went huge.
16
in B main.
Maxi,
He
05 with the
satcheled
prime.
over
Thank
the
you very
Gecko
much,
wall
man. Appreciate
and
that.
got the kill onto Heat.
Welcome into the Slug
Had
Club,
that
dude.
not
Thank you, thank
happened,
you.
they would have been
Winners,
pinched
70
with a rocket
stream
coming from
streak
market
as well.
and a Gecko wall from the
Holy.
choke. So
Respects, man.
That little micro decision that Asuna just made, solo won them the round.
Mid.
That was beautiful.
And when you're getting beaten like that, you have to look towards your star to make
Yeah,
the play.
and let's see.
Again, exactly
and
what Asuna does. So
KRU went over towards the site where they fought, and it didn't work out well. Does that just reinforce their original game
still
plan?
plenty of money on the attack side. Oh, they've taken so much space to be main already. And that trip from Shy is so shallow.
It didn't get broken though, so. Oh, now it's broken. Now KRU, if they do decide to go A, they're gonna have to worry about their flank.
Uh-oh.
They've,
I mean,
all
100
this
feet
A
should
space
own
for
this,
free.
you
Now
would
they're going
think.
top mid. It's an A pinch.
they've messed around with the middle of the map a lot. Bang's Paranoia timing is perfect. But then
Smoke
the
it off
re-impress,
and then just send it
they
through.
want to take this fight. And it may have been ill-advised.
A little bit bold from KRU, but they got the most important kill over to... They lost the most important kill over towards mid. Yeah, KRU with timeout here.
Now, but
I think
a
I
1v3.
think they're like overcomplicating it a little bit.
Cryo
They kind of had they had a great thing going at the beginning.
now the
I think they can
nade
go
soaring
back to
through the
that.
sky.
They try and like
Melser gets caught with utility out as Bang gets to 4.
and too much
100
mid, it feels
Thieves,
like.
they're back online.
And this is what's been so impressive with this team is that, yeah, they were getting rolled for the first 6 rounds. It felt like for sure.
Oh, they were 1000%.
But they stopped the bleeding because they were able to build up their ult economy. So if you're not hitting every single shot, you can at least win with the utility. And now they're at a point where everyone's warmed up and they look like they're ready to get the trades. The comms are on point. The trades are better.
Yeah, the round's
Looking.
This is a timeout to go. Keep it simple.
Right,
Let's
6
do what we were
for
doing
KRU,
at the
now
beginning.
3 for 100 Thieves as KRU Misa calls a timeout. An opportunity to slow things down for just a moment. And this is also, I mean, we're starting to see 100 Thieves put a dent into this KRU economy, but it's still not really much. I mean, Shy's down to very little. Kesnit has taken a little bit of a hit financially, but the truth is, KRU still have plenty to play around.
And so far,
Des,
KRU.
how'd
they played a
you know
pretty
this?
standard style, whether it's a 4-1 or just a death ball.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering.
I feel like
in
we
this
would have got
timeout,
leaks
maybe
by
we
now,
throw a
Des.
fake. Maybe
I
we
think it's gonna be,
throw a little feints and try to
it's
bait
gonna
a
be a
rotate out, and
nothing-
then we hit another site as a
Nothing
death ball.
patch tomorrow.
But we haven't seen that so far. Cryo has another Gecko ult online.
What I think of KRU's
For a
coach.
retake
What he
or
did for
maybe another
what he did at
aggro
last chance
play.
qualifier was impressive,
Asuna
man.
gets
And they had some
breach stunned
That's
here
some
or
brand
anything like that
new,
for support.
interesting ideas, and it was like executed very well. So I'm pretty
Where
sure
do they
he's
decide to go
legit,
from
man.
here? We've talked about how they like to play around the middle of the map. EU again, top mid by himself. Try to figure it out. I love where Bang plays here. He can drop a Paranoia into B main. If he needs to take a fight, he can drop a Paranoia into mid. If EU gets overwhelmed.
Deep recon out. Similar story in terms of mid
Austin is
control.
taking the space.
Oh,
That's perfect.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's just a hard read.
Okay,
from
Cypher
EU in that
spotted in
scenario.
terms of the
He
cam. Do they
understands how
just
Crew's been
speed up a
approaching the
little bit?
mid-take.
Because they've been
So this
going
time, he does
a
a drone
little
on his
bit
own
slower
early timing.
sometimes.
Catching Klaus off
Yeah,
guard.
they speed up a
getting
little bit
spam
more.
come
Look at
through the
this
smoke.
guy
That
just
was
walking it.
A free low.
And again, it's a guy
Okay,
who doesn't
back
get
to the
his flowers
original, but they
enough.
have lost one of their big members in
opening
terms
kill,
of
and
breach.
now
But this
Crew,
is a duel and a half.
Given all the space, I was gonna say, given all the space 100 Thieves have on the map, Crew are forced into A, into the Killjoy, or into the Cypher utility, excuse me. But EU falling makes things
Lovely little
more
bait on this
difficult,
one.
and it doesn't
They're
seem
going
like
to deal
they're
with this
slowing
guy
down
at the back.
anytime
Busio
soon.
goes forwards.
Boozy
Oh my
into his
goodness.
step.
Really?
And,
Oh.
I mean, it's beginning
Oh.
to crumble. Arsenal
He got
falls
the
one
higher,
forward, Cryo
lower
in a
stun.
1v4. He's gonna get a
Wait.
kill.
Ooh.
That's all it'll be.
More chance on this one.
Kesnet
Dude,
with
nicely
three,
done from
Crew
Crew.
up to
Just
7.
same thing. Kesnet, most important
That
kill
was without
really in
any
terms of the
breach
trade
until
back.
They just walked right into A. Crew have done a really good job of identifying when 100 Thieves are playing a retake setup.
Yeah,
and that's
that's all they're
important because that allows them to walk into the site, not have to blow any of their utility, and then they have it for when the retake actually comes in. In this case, they didn't really need any utility because they just aim. Their aim is just on point right now. But had they needed to resort to that, they would have had it in the bag. And Kesnet is sitting on 20 kills in 10 rounds. He's not slowing down.
Well, Austin slowed him down
I was
there.
going to say, surely he's
But
not
the
getting out of
trade
there.
is perfect.
And they
Yep.
found out the site where they're fighting.
You've talked so much about the spacing that
So
they have and how
do
they're
they
able
just
to keep
try and
up.
clear this, make sure they
It's just a
push
death
back,
ball.
and then go back?
The flash in the face of Cryo.
Oh, my
And
descendant.
Light,
Let's
and
see.
Melser wins it out. A 4v3, Melser weak.
Yeah, problem is they have
Ult in
no
the
map
hands of
control
Klaus.
elsewhere.
And now that the tip of the spear has been blunted, how do Crew approach this round?
They're just holding, waiting for any mistake, maybe a re-clear from 100 Thieves, but 100 Thieves don't need to have anybody on this B site because they have an aggro cam from Boostio, and Boostio also was walked all the way down mid, so they will have 3 players here for the site, but there is a breach ult online for
I like
Klaus
this
and
though
full
from
utility
Crew. They
as
cut
well.
sound like they might have gone back.
There it
This
is.
time they just sight
Waves
hit,
of the Rolling
and
Thunder look to
the
collide with the
drone
defenses that are
maybe
there, but
spot
nothing
2.
connects. Bang was able to sidestep it. 100 Thieves able to hold the line. The paranoia out. It's going to buy some space, but the flash in his face, he has to turn it. He has to find some room. And Bang gets to Shy in a clutch situation. Shy, who's been good for this squad,
Nicely done.
cannot deliver.
Shout out to Bang here, played really good. Recon went in as well, just they went to shoot the recon, got the flash in as well. That was like the
sick
big
retake
reason why they
from
could
100
actually
Thieves, and Bang
get
actually
a lot of the
dodged that
angles, get a lot of the good
that
kills.
breach ult by TPing towards the box of A main. And I liked what Crew were cooking up there, but the problem is 100 Thieves had a full read that they were there.
Yeah, and you would imagine
you
they're
have
just
the
going to go
numbers
back
game.
to
The
the
trades just didn't go
to the
their way this
original.
time.
Just if we literally look at all
Bang
of the
went
Crew
huge
rounds,
once
they've
again.
won when they've gone to the Cypher site,
Even
they've
just
lost when
that
they've gone to the
micro
fight
decision to,
site.
like, turn the flash in the moment as he's entering in. I mean, that's what makes him so good as a player.
If I'm the coach, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit because it's like, guys, when you find out that they're fighting here, go back to B.
20 and 7
Let's see.
for
So they're going to
Kesnet
find out they're
in the
fighting over
first
towards
half.
B here.
I'm confirming, but I'm pretty sure that's the most kills
Yeah, you
we've
see
ever
the
seen in a
raise.
half.
And then
Which is just
instant easy
ridiculous.
call over towards A. Oh, they cancelled it. Saw them go and then they cancelled it.
Asuna should be aware that breach re-clear utility will be coming out here because it happened previously on an anti-eco round. Instantly back in with the soul ball.
Yeah, the timing on that's perfect, but Klaus.
Damn, bro, he hit a lot.
And now we start to see the flash across the middle of the map. EU able to steady
boy.
the crosshair and get the kill onto Melser. And again, he pushes forward. Trying to find some space. Trying to tuck behind enemy lines. EU
Might
in a
catch the
position
spike.
to play spoiler once more. Oh! All of that info
There's a
just to
trip
be
here.
kept back by the trip. No satchel, no TP, nothing.
And Bang is on top of this CT box. This usually is always good for one. They stunned it though.
No ults to
30
their name.
seconds left.
They have to do with the guns they
Yeah,
have.
let's see if they kill the
They're ahead
Cypher.
of the smoke already, but Bang finds the timing.
Spike down.
Yeah, with that as well.
Tuxtail tries
Breaks
to
the
get away.
trip
Shot
behind.
goes
Dude,
home.
Bang's been
Bang
great.
drops him
Past two
too.
rounds been
He's
really, really good.
online.
Klaus, a 1v3, a shock in his lap. EU gets 3.
Hey, lovely.
What a great comeback.
Yeah, lovely
from
comeback
100
from them.
Thieves in this
Switching
half.
sides.
I mean, this was looking like disaster for a second. Crew were up 6-0. In the remaining 6 rounds, 100 Thieves were able to snag 5 of them to give them a chance to close this map out. And with the Sova and Gecko comp that 100 Thieves are running, we've seen them run stuff like this on Haven before. I know it's been a long time since Haven's been in the map pool, but they tend to do really well with defaulting with comps like this. Completely different map,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna be very
understand,
happy with
but
this.
But a similar idea.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. We're going to throw it down to the desk to break down the first half. The rounds came in bunches. Fellas, what do you think?
Well, yeah, we definitely have to talk about that first half. It was phenomenal. A phenomenal showing from Crew.
Wait,
In
isn't
particular,
a different one,
Tesnet,
Desp?
Just,
I mean,
You're not talking about the
old crew
you're not talking about the
Honestly,
accidental.
it's giving last year's
take this.
LCQ.
That may be a
He was going
flashback.
crazy. I mean, the first 7 rounds, he took the first duel on all 7 rounds and won 6 of them.
That's crazy.
That is
absurd.
nasty work.
Yeah, he was beasting, and I think that made it really difficult for 100 Thieves to get into this. But they did, honestly. This was a 5 rounds in a row here for 100 Thieves. I think it started off with a really nice idea
This change is already in play.
Shut down some of the B main aggression that Kesnet was putting out
This
there.
nuff's already in the
this
patch.
is just absurd. 20 and 8 in the first half. Actually, I think he might have 21. The guy is frying, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. But I mean, in the last couple of rounds, just getting a couple
But are
early
you saying
entries,
'cause it's
getting
a
one
rough
early pick or
preview?
something like that, knocking a few players low, that sort of thing has been helping 100 Thieves tremendously at stopping exactly what Crew wants to do.
yeah, I mean, I just got to say, though, how is Kesnet so
Smiley face.
good, though? Smiley
How is he
face.
so good? I mean, it's what Austin was saying before the game. They've got to shoot them. They've got to shoot them.
But they are, though.
Because
They actually are.
But they did step it up. They did step it up. And I'm excited to see what they've got with this Sova on attack.
Yeah, then
a lot
let's
of
see what
times when you're
happens.
playing Sova on these
See what
maps
they
where
got.
it's less common, it kind of makes me think of like Calm back in the day on
Oh,
Fraction
absolutely.
last year,
Yeah.
where a lot of the util gets so much value because you're just not used to having to be conscious of where things are coming in.
I think it's a lot harder to play that style on attack side, though. You saw a lot of times those defense close chokes, those long-range ults. That's what he was relying on, and I don't know if you can get that same sort of thing on attack.
Yeah, well, let's get this second half underway. We're going to toss it back to our casters, Doug and Baby Bang.
Thank you so much. It was an interesting first half. You got to give them that. Records were broken. I believe
20
Aspas
to 8.
had the record was 17 kills and a half. Now broken by Kesnet. Seeing Cryo play Gecko for the first time. I think that's what that. Yes.
Yeah,
Can we really
appearance as Gecko in
include?
412 matches?
Can we really include? We include the matches that
He's
Gecko
really
wasn't
worked in
even
this
a
offseason to
thing.
become a more flexible player for his team, and that's why you're seeing a lot of success. But
Holy
Crew are
aggression.
running it down.
Holy, they're actually just
Oh,
running
they
it
are
down mid.
actually sending it.
Bang continues to farm.
Looking like a
They
pistol
may have
each.
been running it down, but they ran it down into the crosshairs of Bang, and he just one-tapped 2 players, it looked like.
Ran it down a little bit too far. Asuna gets
Yeah,
another
won a lot
free
of
for
angels in
him.
this, and in terms of the person that could farm,
Pistol was over
or you
in
want to
blink of an
farm,
eye.
the Raise ult is one of them.
The 1-2 punch we've seen so many times before for 100 Thieves. Doesn't matter what iteration.
Can someone buy me?
Bang is having a hell of a map right now. And Suna getting 3 into that round puts him almost towards halfway on that ult. So, you know, it's more common we see the Geckos try to farm ults and etc. But this time, they're probably going to be farming most of the orbs on Asuna, trying to get that rocket online for the bonus because it seems like the state of the game right now is snowballing. Getting an ult online for that bonus round. And if you could snag that one away, your economy is set for almost the entire game.
Oh, I mean, we saw it in the first half for Crew.
Yeah.
6 rounds in a row off of that. And mind you, it was the Gecko ult, if I'm not mistaken, but either way, the idea is the same. We'll see if 100 Thieves can continue to push the pace on this. They have 4 rifles to their name.
And I thought they would farm the orb onto Asuna, but they still decide just go with the Gecko. Why not? We'll probably get ult.
I mean, it's just such a short ult to get, too. I mean, just 7 points to bring it online.
Yeah, and we'll keep an
You can
eye
use it
on
twice in a
keep an eye
round
on
if
who
you play
farms
your
here.
cards right.
Cryo's good to
It's
farm.
just so effective.
Asuna's good to
Bang
farm.
is in the flow state right now, Doug.
It's not the best plant for this.
Insting people that are appearing on his screen. He's killing people that aren't as well. This is such a weird game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, they're just trying to find any kills they can with the
Shots though, calm shots.
weaponry that they have, and really only one comes through.
Cryo went
Yeah, and
into
they
this
picked up all the
round
guns.
with 1 ult orb, and now he's only 2 off. And this is why you see Gecko just in the meta right now.
Yeah.
In general, the character's so good. It's so easy to farm ults. Even when you use
And the next change they
actual
make
ult,
for the
any kill you
snowball
get after
effect will be
that
another
applies
increase to
even
all
more
orbs.
towards
Probably
the
they'll probably
round.
just do like a slow increase of some of the agents. Gecko's at least getting it. Like there's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind that Gecko goes up all points.
Gecko's really freaking strong.
Gecko's nice.
And we'll see if that, I mean, we'll see if that's their approach, if that's their game plan. I would imagine it is. What I'm curious about is how 100 Thieves choose to do it, because if we're thinking about it, Crew probably are as well. They want to get that Gecko ult online.
Yeah.
And Crew have invested in denying the A orb, but they've left the B one open.
Then you just get B for free.
Pretty
It's
much a
this
buy v buy.
constant game of cat and mouse.
We'll
that
call
we
it
see
a
these teams
bonus,
doing.
but it's pretty much a buy v buy.
A lot
We
of teams
will
call it
note
like a
that this is
seesaw.
an
Peasant almost takes the head
buy
off.
instead of Cryo buying
He's
it.
at 1 HP.
Is interesting, but it should just be a drop nonetheless. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's much easier said than done. And again, you see this
Cryo
utility
1
soar
HP.
around. They roll out onto the site. Lucio's going to be hitting a late flank through
Yeah.
market, but Kesnet has got behind
Interesting though. Still got the
Lucio
plant
with
off.
the lurk through mid,
Whoa,
though.
whoa, and
He's
then
perfect timing.
He's got to find it real fast, though,
holy.
because the rest of
Yeah, and they
control's
can't tunnel
being
vision
lost.
too much, and this looks pretty nice for Crew at the moment.
Shy, detained.
Let's see how much EU
Numbers
can
for
get.
Crew. They're tucked so
Shot.
far back.
Oh
That's a
my
big one from
gosh.
EU, but he's going to have to deliver more. One is not enough here. With a paranoia
Oh.
in his face, he tries to catch a timing. Nothing is found. Can Cryo do what he could not? No. EU's left alone. They know his position. He's got to swing into it. And he can't find anything.
And in terms of it though, 2 is enough for the damage.
So off
So
of this
this is the big
defuse,
swing run.
Klaus 2 away from having his ult online.
Yeah, and I like Crew's approach to this retake. They were actually playing up in sight. Kesnet took a very aggressive angle at first.
Right.
They fall back into CT as the actual hit utility comes out. 400 Thieves, they understand, we're going to hit on your hit.
Right.
The Breach Stun comes out, Gecko Flash comes out, and they're just going to flood out into sight.
They fully send and commit. Yeah,
And that's why you saw Asuna get punished on that default box. Nowhere to go, really.
And it's that chemistry and that fighting together that we were talking about from Crew in the first half. You saw it here on the second half. The idea is the same. They scrap and they scrap together.
Crew did what 100 Thieves could not, and that's win that bonus round. And Cryo invested.
Recon got a scan off though,
as
so
well
they
into that.
kind of checked that all the close is free.
Now it's EU who's close to having his online, so he grabs that orb. That cam is crazy.
Yeah, it's...
You have to commit so far if you want to clear it.
And you can't actually hear it on unless he toggles it on and off, so you might even
Right.
just walk into the site or do a hit
And not know
without
it.
knowing that there's a camera on you the whole time.
The
till you
timing
pop
for the
your head
info
around.
middle, triple swing.
Boostio, the only one without advanced weaponry,
Man,
and he's isolated.
Crew are so willing to just take a gunfight in mid. I mean,
Oh,
for a good reason,
One.
right? 3 players
I
there.
didn't spot him.
I don't know if they saw Boostio on the minimap there.
I don't think so either.
They're already leaning towards this B hit.
And that
This
Such
is a
is gonna
very
break this
aggro
trip.
Boosty can call this off.
Yeah,
That's
and he
exactly
can
what
call
he's
him
doing.
back
The
on this
problem is
one.
Melser is taking space. He made.
Oh, you saw him take his time like he was doing earlier to get the shot. And as
lost
soon as
your
they get that
timing,
one
you've
way up,
lost
bro,
contain
how
A,
on earth do 100 Thieves
and
win
you've
this
got-
round?
Heat, who's taking so much space mid.
30 seconds left.
Paranoia to try to find some room to work with. Melser has to take a step back, but Heat's in such a good spot. If he can find the timing.
No way.
But 100 Thieves with
Keep
no
an
real
eye on
option
their,
than to push forward. There's
an eye on
Heat
the
arriving just
Gecko.
the right time. Melser's joining in on it. EU's left alone. A 1v2. The spike planted. Plenty of time.
Shots.
But the kills in favor of Crew.
Yeah, dude,
again.
they honestly they did a good job to get it to this stage. That was
Some
impressive.
warning shots there as well right after. I did like the approach into this round from 100 Thieves.
Okay,
Had Boostio
eco for
gotten
100
that kill
Thieves.
on the Melzer, that's
It's
a
a
whole
free round.
different round.
Oh,
Yeah,
1000%.
exactly.
Bro,
So you
yeah,
see
they're
what they set up.
confident.
They did an
They're
early
so
B-main
confident
control
with it.
default, and then cut noise. And Crew were 3-man peeking down mid, getting no info at all. So that, of course, Melzer is going to start taking that A space,
Right.
pushing up, and everyone's going to lean towards B. 100 Thieves wanted that to happen. maybe if Busio had an actual rifle in that round, it's a different scenario that we're
Yeah,
in
they
now.
kind of got punished for
It's
buying
really
into
hard
the
to
bonus
stress the
there a
importance of
little
that
bit.
kill. Because as you were mentioning, that
Honestly,
really, that
what do you
decided
reckon?
the
He
round.
wins that with a rifle?
And we're seeing right now the difference in having a breach and a difference in having a Sova for each team. 100 Thieves, they can't really do a lot of explosive plays right away because if you
Messy
run into that
effect?
fault
Yeah,
line,
maybe.
you're gonna get punished,
Oh, you're
especially on the especially in the early chokes.
NA buy.
So they kind of have to play a little bit of a dragged out info game and try to bait out rotates like they did in that
Who
last
started
round.
the NA buy?
And
I
maybe
can't even remember. It
even
might have been
Busio,
C9 last year.
He is the IGL. He was in that mid area. He understood
Then
that three
Sentinels
players
and
were
100
just sitting in the
Thieves
top
started
of mid.
following.
That could be something they
Those
punish
three
as
were
well.
like,
Maybe
ooh,
they do
doing
another
it.
B default,
And then people
as
in,
those players are rotating over,
people
they
in
try
tier
to
2 are
set up
doing it as
some
well.
kind of play, maybe a double swing in mid and try to kill them on that cross.
Yeah, potentially push into spawn. We've seen teams do that a lot, where they try to scale up. But it does not look like it's going to be a B default. It's a heavy lean A. Only one not close by is EU.
Oh, it's the tech balls.
The bomb's going towards B.
Oh, the timer's not moving.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Say it ain't so. Is it Boostio?
It's the mouse again, isn't
It's
it?
not. It's not Boostio this time.
Oh, he's getting up.
Oh, man. I mean, hey.
We don't know what's going on.
I was going to say, when you got to go, you got to go.
I thought about saying it too. But once we figure out what's going on, we'll keep you all informed. Obviously,
I mean, he sprinted off the stage, I think.
we can guess. We can speculate. But the truth is, he's not in his chair anymore. So, again, once we figure out what's going on, we'll keep you all informed. But for now, a quick tech pause. Tech pause player.
The alts, in other
When can you
hands,
tell how to be?
they're
I
all
mean,
coming
they
online from both
normally
sides
they
right
normally
now.
don't let you really.
So this
So
is gonna
unless
be-
it's like
honestly,
there's
it's gonna
nothing
be,
else
the
you
next
can
two
do.
rounds are going to dictate, I think, who really takes control of this map. And that's going to come down to who uses the least amount of alts and who can actually win the rounds with the least amount of alts, in my opinion. If one of these teams is able to just snowball in that way,
you would never get that bad.
get a
Chat.
free round,
Jesus,
like
they would
Crew
let
did,
you go if it was
one
that
rocket
bad.
going in or one gecko ult.
Or one ace.
But they'll literally just be like literally when you're
Something
going
like
onto
that.
stage,
It's a free one.
they will literally
With
just be
20
like,
HP. Yeah, that
guys,
was
you
crazy.
don't like is everyone peed? You guys good?
Oh, this guy's got a
Because we
deep,
don't want to
deep
have a
playbook.
tech timeout for someone to be.
I mean,
That was like four sheets of paper.
he's also someone that we really don't talk about enough. What Adam's been able to do with this squad. He was around during the dark days of KRU, right?
Yeah.
He saw the lowest of the low, and then he was there for the crazy LCQ run, and now he's here watching this addition of Heat and Shine, how good they've been.
Yeah,
It's
and
been really impressive.
he had this tweet that he said, or he had an interview that Dryad interpreted, and it was, "We don't care about the table or the seed
Reading
or who
strats
won
is
or
allowed
anything.
for tech
We only want
balls
to
for the
compete,
coaches,
play,
yeah.
and have the chance to try.
Bro,
it. If we
yeah, they
win,
can-
we'll go back and give it
they
our
got
all.
notes all the
If
time.
we
It's
lose,
their
we'll
own
go back
notes.
and give
It's
it our
like,
all. And I mean,
whatever.
that's a testament to
Not gonna
the
help them
mental
too much with
going
what's
in
going on. Like they
to
should
this
know
match
pretty much
and this
everything
year
on
in
the
general. It's
on
been
their
such a refreshing
own
approach. And even
anti-strat anyway.
Peasant has had words saying, "Oh, I've been working a lot on keeping my composure and etc. within the team." And we already know he's an elite duelist, probably one of the best in the league statistically right now.
Yeah.
One of
Hard
the
to argue.
best for sure. And it just seemed like he would get frustrated in those times, kind of feeling like a one-man army. But now he has complete and utter faith in his team. As
What do
he
you mean,
should.
Emmy? It's good, right?
He's been stepping up. Melzer has been having great games.
And he just sat back down. Nice timing. So we should be getting back into the game here very soon. But you're right. I mean, I think in a state where the game feels like it's at its most volatile, for KRU to have that mentality going into every single weekend, every single match, regardless of the opponent, regardless of the outcome, I think, as you're
Surely we're
mentioning, it's
back.
just a testament to the success that they've had. It's clearly working. The formula works.
Yeah, and I like their humble approach too. I think that's really important
Yeah.
because they know they're good.
And it's all clicking at just the right time. Again, the stakes for KRU here are I mean, the magnitude of them are enormous. They win this, they're one series away.
Just getting a different
from
group.
qualifying for Shanghai.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah,
A
pretty
team
much.
that didn't have a great year last year. The rags to riches story here is insane.
And even in kickoff, right? Like not much success there either.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fine.
they really turned it around. And
Finally go back into this 100 Thieves. Obviously lost the big buy round, so now they got an eco, they get a hero gun, triple stinger, so maybe they're going to be sending it a little
this
bit.
next round,
Or maybe they want to find out what side is retake
Change the
fast.
pace right here.
That looks like
Oh,
a
they're
satchel
sending it.
setup. Asuna pushing forward, but he gets scooped. Has
And
to take the
he
fight.
tanked
And
the
it's just
Dizzy
too much.
Flash.
That's what I
And
was
over
talking about, the
towards
difference
B, which they
between
were
the
trying to
Reach
walk
and the
into.
Sova.
They got completely wrecked in the
It can be hard
1v1
to
with
go
the
for plays
Cypher.
like that, and you saw. I mean, Asuna's pathing there was really good, but nobody was there to shoot the Gecko Eye.
And that was with him dodging the
Yeah, he dodged the
last
fault
stun
line.
too, yeah.
Now Klaus, he has the breach ult online. And ideally, if you're crew, you want to win this clean, not use any of your ults.
Yeah. And you've got plenty of them. And they're high impact ones too.
I mean, they're close to having all 5 ults online. Same thing for the other side as well for 100 Thieves. So that's why I was stressing how important these next 2 rounds are going to be to not only
Yeah,
get the ult
and
economy,
let's kind of see how much damage they can do. Because
but to set up the future
they're in
rounds.
a crew in an incredibly good
46 seconds
spot.
left in
Money's
the
good.
round. Finally,
Kesnet's
some
2 away
pressure
from his ult.
alleviated.
A little
With that,
overused
with the, I
there,
mean, they're
that's
pretty
an
much gonna have
upgrade
5
for Bang,
ults next
I mean,
round.
he's been at the top of
Especially if
the scoreboard
Kesnet
for
can get
100 Thieves
2.
this entire match, so
And his rifle will join Cryos.
there's always
At
a
least
chance.
gonna be close
and
to.
now if you're crew, you might be forced to
30
invest in ult.
seconds left.
Because it's not that clean of a round.
They've got him here.
20
Oh,
seconds.
man.
As the falls, this is getting real slippery, real messy, but it seems like it's finally
down
stabilizing
A.
for
Yeah,
Crew.
it's all good. And the good news is they didn't have to use any ults.
Bang with 15 HP and 10 seconds left. The spike out of
10
reach.
seconds left.
That one's going into the next round.
Yeah, not a bad save here because, I mean, he maybe would have had to been on light armor next round. Now he could probably fully invest, get full armor on
Yeah,
with the
this is
save,
a good save.
of the Vandal, but
Bit of
I mean, they
damage?
almost
Better
brought it
than
back.
nothing.
it's just when you're
These
when
guys
you're
are probably
up numbers
armory
like that,
back 'cause their
Crew are
money's
playing
so
these
good.
scenarios really well. He tucking on the default box. Kesnet knows he has to break that drone for him. That's the punish that we saw earlier in the round. On the other side of the map, I didn't even realize that Shy got the best of Boosty.
Enemy remaining.
Well, I think the important thing, too, about that round is, as you mentioned, they needed to get through that. Maybe not super cleanly,
Yeah.
but they did it without investing the ults that they had. Right? So they still have Klaus's ult. They still have Heat's ult. And a desire to
We
aggress mid once
absolutely
more.
send
Remember,
it.
we
Big
saw
buy
this in
round
the
for
pistol,
100
it did
fees.
not
They would
go
have had
their
some
way,
kind
and
of
this
plan.
time
We
it's got a
decided to go
different
full
flavor to
aggro
it.
mid with a late omen flash
A little
in
bit
case
more
we were
definitive.
dueling
They've
here.
got him trapped.
No value though.
Hey, I tell you what, 100 fees take this as a big win right now.
Looked like it could have been electric. But he
Yeah, and they
has to
realize
take
that
a
they're all
step
over
back.
towards
they
middle
just
instead of
have to
going
get
back
out
and trying to
now.
get
Play
map
the
control.
retake
They
with
just
the
want to
breach
send it. Smoke,
Managed to
recon
preserve
cleared
his
sight,
life,
popping
playing
back
up close
box.
in the smoke. Asuna not far off.
Oh.
Is he gonna get hit?
Oh, he dodged
He
it.
doesn't get hit.
Here we go.
Asuna's in a position to make a huge play. Only one foul though.
Wait, and
His
Shy.
crew are able to keep him back. Numbers in favor of the defense.
Holy,
and they're only
look
getting
at him
worse.
go, man.
Crew up to 11.
Look at him go. Someone keeps on getting the most important kill. It's normally Shy in the rounds, but I think whoever was here, I want to say it was he.
But it's just the trading that I was talking about on that.
I mean,
retake,
honestly,
we actually
Shy skills
saw
are very
Melzer
impactful
also
at the moment.
TP behind Asuna on top of that box towards A, that little double box. It's just so many things going well right now for Crew, and they're doing things together, right? It's so explosive. It can feel so overwhelming when a team has the spacing that they have, and they're also just 5 players online hitting every headshot.
Okay, another low buy for 100 thieves, so most likely 7-12.
Now up 4.
Oh, that scan!
Recon scanned everyone.
Twice!
Gotta be dead.
Damn, Asuna did
Asuna plays that perfectly, gets his kill,
insanely
then
well.
Satchel's back.
Yeah, the satchel back to
Stays
dodge.
alive.
Got an ult out
No
of
real
them.
punish. Now they cut noise. This
And
is,
we've got to start looking
really
at.
like
I'll tell you what.
Thieves are doing here.
Imagine 100 Thieves wins this, and you got to start looking at
Really
this
took what
autocon,
proactivity
because
from the other
these
side.
autocons aren't
You see
going to be up
Crew
until
taking all
like
the mid
11,
real
11,
estate.
12,
Yeah, they're
12,
really
11,
not the
or
type
something
to
like
just
that.
sit back and wait
So
to
in terms
see
of
what
just straight
100
ult
Thieves will show
economy,
'em.
the comeback is on. In terms of actual economy,
Heat
not
has
so
gone
much.
exploring.
Kesnet will get first contact on this hit. How many is he good for?
The trip will keep him back.
Flank!
He still gets one.
And he breaks the trip and he runs out of there, but you would imagine this guy gets the kill and that's a free gun upgrade, and now he
was
can
trying to get away.
Stominal?
Bang's there to receive, and just like that,
Yeah.
the map's open once more.
Wait,
It's gonna be a foot race towards A. Kesnet will be the
Yeah,
first
honestly.
here. And so far, he is alone.
Surely not,
He runs
isn't
through
it?
the smoke.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
lovely trade. Big 2-on-2.
Boss doesn't have his
Like
fault line
big
up either. It should be
2-on-2.
up soon. The paranoia in his face as Asuna tries to tuck, but position's been given away.
Dude,
Nelson
Crew
gets
are
Crew
just
on map point.
together, man.
Crew are just
Yeah,
playing
they play so well
aggressive.
together.
Match point.
It was
They're just feeling it like
close, man.
crazy right now. Kesnet ran through a smoke solo.
Yeah. And I gotta see
Trade
that heat kill
Kings. Yeah,
again.
they trade him really well.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was cool. But
Asuna did sick, yeah, man.
that one. Yeah.
Even that shot there is clean.
Yeah, it was filthy.
One enemy remaining.
The Crew are playing a different game right now, man. This looks like.
It's like Crew's util usage
looks
is
like
pretty
a ranked
sick
game
as
for
well.
them.
Even when it
5
comes down
rounds
to
in a row.
ults, they never
100
like
Thieves digging in.
always
what they
force
can
something.
find.
Gosh.
5 chances and we go faster and there's 3 people.
Meltzer
4
dropping
people.
the dizzy, but
Wait, they
getting dropped
4
in return,
person
but
stacked
Kesnet
A and they
fills
went
his space.
fast.
Bang, able to
Oh
punch
my.
back.
Whoa.
Dude, the madness of that round were settled at 2 apiece. Bang looking.
This guy's a
trying
unit.
to land the shots onto one.
Damn, bro, Shy wins every single
14-7.
duel. Okay, they kind of
Last
smacked him.
His crew are not slowing down.